Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to the time where we are. I'm OMOLUWABI. Once again, last week we talked about now or oruko. So let's just make a recap. Now is the name of person, animal, place, or things. Ọ̀rọ̀ orúkọ jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí a máa ń lò fún ènìyàn, ẹranko, ibùgbé, ilé, ohunkóhun. Now today we are going into ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe, which is called verb in English. What is a verb? A verb is an action word. Action word. So we call that in Yoruba a ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí ó ń tọ́ka sí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀. That is an action. Ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ is an action. Is an action word, a word that is pointing to a particular thing, a particular event. That is ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. Ìṣe means action. Is a particular word that is pointing to an action that is taking place or has taken place or that is going to take place. That is ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. Like in English, we said ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. We can say an example of verb ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe is go. In Yoruba, lọ. Ìdòwú ń lọ. Ìdòwú is going. Or Ìdòwú lọ. Ìdòwú has gone. Ìdòwú lọ. Ìdòwú has gone. Ìdòwú ń lọ. Ìdòwú is going. Ìdòwú máa lọ. Ìdòwú will go. So we can also use ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe in different way, in present tense, in past tense, and in past participle, or is a continuous tense. Like, let's say in a simple tense, a present tense, Ìdòwú ń lọ. Ń lọ means is going. Ìdòwú lọ, it means Ìdòwú has gone. That's by past participle. Ìdòwú lọ, it could mean Ìdòwú went, or Ìdòwú, that is past tense, or Ìdòwú has gone, that's Ìdòwú lọ, past participle. We could also still say Ìdòwú máa lọ. Ìdòwú máa lọ, that is the future tense. Ìdòwú will go. So we use one word, go, that's lọ. Lọ in many ways. As we have it in English, we also have it in Yoruba as well. At times when we speak Yoruba, we may not know or we may not be able to decode the past of speech we are actually speaking. But in English, we take note of that. Ìdòwú is going. Ìdòwú ń lọ. Ìdòwú has gone. Ìdòwú lọ. Ìdòwú will go. Ìdòwú máa lọ. So let's speak another examples of verb. That is, we could say jẹun. Jẹun, what's an example of verb? Jẹun means eat. Jẹun, ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe, is an action word. It's a word that is pointing to particular event. We in Yoruba, we say ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe jẹ́ òpómúléró gbólóhùn. Òpómúléró is like a pillar of a sentence. So when we talk about verb, without verb, we won't have a complete sentence. We just have like a phrase where ààbọ̀ or gbólóhùn ààbọ̀ la máa ní. That means we will have incomplete sentence without a verb. Èkó ń lọ, ẹ̀kọ́ ń lọ lọ́wọ́. Yes, that's good. Thank you, Idris. Ẹ̀kọ́ ń lọ lọ́wọ́. That is, lesson is going on. Ń lọ means either going on, moving on. Ẹ̀kọ́ means lesson. Lọ́wọ́, now. ẹ̀kọ́ ń lọ lọ́wọ́. Their lesson is going on now. Learning is in session, or learning is going on now. So let's just say it about jẹun. Jẹun. Fọlákẹ́ ń jẹun. Fọlákẹ́ is eating. Fọlákẹ́ máa jẹun. Máa jẹun. Fọlákẹ́ will eat. Fọlákẹ́ ti jẹun. Fọlákẹ́ has eaten. So we can also use this ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe in a simple tense, in a past tense, past participle, or future tense. Remember, without a verb, without ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe, a sentence cannot be complete. Without ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe, sentence cannot be full, cannot be meaningful. We could only have maybe a phrase, incomplete sentence. So let's look at that. And another example, bear. We can say bear, that's peel. Peel. Idris mbeshu. Idris mbeshu. That is, Idris is peeling yam. Idris bear issue. Idris has peeled yam. Idris máa bẹ iṣu. Idris will peel yam. When you talk about bear, there are two bear. Either you peel, or you cut. When you say bear, that is, you cut something into two, like obeigi. That means you cut it into two. Or peel. It depends on the usage. Mò ń bẹ iṣu. Ó bẹ́ ọ̀pẹ. Ń bẹ. So I think it's the intonation mark that makes a difference. Ó bẹ́. Bẹ́, it means you cut. Bẹ́, peel. Bẹ́, mire. Bẹ́, re. So maybe this lesson we'll talk about intonation mark again for people that still need to know about that. So then let's look at another example. Ka. Mò ń ka ìwé. I am reading a book. Mo ti ka ìwé. I have read a book. Mo máa ka ìwé. I will read a book. So we talk about bẹ, lọ, ka, read, lọ, go, bẹ, peel. So we can just short words like that. We can make use of them in different forms to make our sentence complete. So let's look at another example. Kọ́, build. Kọ́. Àdàmú ń kọ́ ilé. Ń kọ́. That is the one that indicates the present continuous. Àdàmú ń kọ́ ilé. That means Adamu is building a house. Adamu kọ́, you remember that is no more there. Adamu kọ́ ilé. Adamu built a house. It now becomes past tense. Adamu máa kọ́ ilé. That máa, mire, is indicating future. Adamu máa kọ́ ilé. That means Adamu will build a house. Máa ka ìwé. Okay, máa ka ìwé. That's an instruction. Either you say kàwé or máa kàwé. Adamu máa ka ìwé. Adamu will still read book. That ma is a long one, not a So that ma is indicating the future. Nko, it is present. Something you are doing now is nko. That's is one that differentiates between that ko. Nko àti ko. Ko means present or oko. It depends on the usage. Nko ile, present, present continuous. Nko ile is building a house. Ko ile, it has become past tense. Adamu ko ile, that is, Adamu has built a house. Nko present, ko past. Yes, that's just a difference. It's the end that makes the difference, that indicates the difference between the present and the past. So let's move on that. If there's any question, let me. Idris will peel yam. Peel, yes, that is Idris máa bẹ iṣu. Ko past, yes. Nko present. Máa kọ́, that is past participle. Jẹun, we've talked about jẹun. Ṣọlá jókòó. Ṣọlá jókòó. Jókòó means sit. Ṣọlá ti jókòó. Ṣọlá has sat down. Ṣọlá jókòó, that is the past tense. Ṣọlá ń jókòó is a process, that is a continuous. Or Ṣọlá fẹ́ jókòó. Fẹlá fẹ́ jókòó, that's a future one. He wants to. Ṣọlá ń jókòó, that is a present continuous. Why Ṣọlá máa jókòó, that is future tense. Is there any question about that? Either ma could be future tense. Another one is ma. That's another. It's still the same spelling, but different tradition. Ma, that is don't. Ma jẹun, that is don't eat. Ma jẹun is different from ma jẹun, that is we eat. That's a future one. Why? Ma jẹun, that is don't. But the difference between that two words, ma is just the intonation. As I said earlier on this, in the previous event, we said Yoruba has these same spellings that means different things. The only difference is the intonation. Ma, which is past tense, no, future tense. Ma, mi, re. Why? Ma, mi. So it's different tone. One is future, while one is negative. Don't. Má jẹun, má jókòó, má sùn. That is saying don't. That's what that one is saying. Don't. Okay, thank you. If there's no question on that, let's just call. Yeah, pass. Thank you. So let's talk about the brief thing I want to really mention today. Omoluwabi. What is Omoluwabi? How do we explain Omoluwabi? It's a context. It's a word that is cherished by the Yorubas. It's a context in which Yoruba describe themselves. Omoluwabi. Omoluwabi is a person of honor, of integrity. When you say someone is Omoluwabi, it means that person has integrity. The person has honor. But what are the features of Omoluwabi? You can't just say someone is an Omoluwabi ọmọ tí Olúìwà bí. That is, ìwà means behavior. Honor, a honorary behavior is something like, so integrity. Yes, thank you. Or what are the features of Omoluabi? Responsibility, integrity, humility. So you can't just say someone is Omoluabi. There must be the features of Omoluabi in that person before you say someone is Omoluabi. Now let's talk about the context of Omoluabi generally. Omoluabi must be responsible. Omoluabi must have integrity. Omoluabi must be humble. Omoluabi must be brave. Omoluabi must be hardworking. Omoluabi must have good virtue. Omoluabi must have poise, the way you carry yourself. That's the features of Omoluabi. Now, what are the features? What are the ìwà ọmọlúwàbí sí òbí? What are the features of ọmọlúwàbí to one's parents? Let's start from parents. The next lesson we'll be picking it one after the other. Let's start from parents now. The ọmọlúwàbí features from a child to parent. A child needs to be full of respect to one's parent. Omoluabi needs to be truthful in always to parents and people around, but let's limit it to parents today. Omoluabi towards your parents, you must be truthful at all times. You don't have any altar of lies. When things happen, Omoluabi must be able to open up and say the truth. Omoluabi must be able to respect one's parents. Doesn't mean that parents are always right, but the kind of respect we show to parents, in that respectful manner, you will explain things out to one's parents. Omoluabi child cannot just be very rude to parents. You know, we are human. Mommy and daddies may have made one or two mistakes, but if you are Omoluabi, a well-grown Omoluabi, in humility, in respect, you will be able to tell mom and dad that this is the way it is, not being rude. Omoluabi must not be rude to parents. That is ìbọ̀wọ̀ fún òbí. You must respect your parents. That is ìbọ̀wọ̀ fún òbí. It is very critical in Yoruba culture. Yoruba believes that the gods of a child is the parent. Aside that, the Olodumare that created heaven and earth, the only person that is your God in the whole universe is your parent. As such, Omoluabi must be able to respect one's parents. That's a feature. So one of the Omoluabi must not steal. We are still talking to Omoluabi's responsibility towards parents. You must not steal your parents' things. You must not take what does not belong to you. Your parents' stuff, you must not take them. And if you call yourself a typical Omoluabi, ọmọ tí Olúìwà bí, you don't take your parents' things. You ask for things, you don't take it. You don't have that mentality that it is mine. It's just a privilege. It is not right. You must respect your parents by kneeling down. Thank you. By kneeling down if it's a female, by prostrating if it's a male. In the morning and every time you have to greet them. Always speak the truth no matter how it is. Always be obedient. Omoluabi child, we always obey parents. When your parents send you on errand, You must do. You must go for that errands. You don't postpone what mom or dad told you to do. You must do it immediately. That shows ibowo. That shows respect. Yoruba will say ibowo. That is respect. It's not like your parents are asking you to do something. Okay, mommy, I will do it later. No, it has to be carried out immediately. That is what it means. You are respecting your parents. You are a typical Omoluwabi, sons and daughters. A typical sons and daughters that we can be proud of as Omoluwabi. Ìyá ni wúrà, bàbá ni jígí. Without jiggy, that is without the mirror, you cannot see. So the father is the eyes you see. That's why Yoruba said, Baba ni jiggy, Ìyá ni wúrà. The wúrà is something that is very precious that you cannot quantify. So the place of parents is mother is very precious that you cannot quantify. Why father is the mirror you see. Without a mirror, you won't be able to see yourself. You'll be blind. So your father is the light that shows you the way. That is the futures of Omoluwabi. You must be kind. You must be generous. You must be compassionate. You must have empathy. You must be responsible. That is a typical honesty, typical characteristic of Omoluwabi. Honesty. When you are honest in all things, many things will follow. Omoluwabi will not cut corners. They are not rogues. They are straightforward. They are hard workers. They carry themselves with respect and poise. They have integrity. Orúkọ rere ó sàn ju wúrà àti fàdákà lọ. A good name is worth more than silver and gold. I'm closing today by singing our song. Ìyá lolùgbọ́wọ́ mi tí ń tọ́jú mi ní kékeré. Ẹ̀yìn rẹ̀ ló fi pọ́n mi. Ìyá kú iṣẹ́ mi. Èmi kí ìyá mi kú iṣẹ́. Pẹ̀lú tẹríba mọ́lẹ̀. Èmi kò lè kọ́ṣẹ́ fún ìyá mi mọ́. Ìyá, ìyá, ìyá. Mother is my caretaker. She cares for me in everything. She carries me on her back. My mother is so good. I will say thank you to her. I will greet her with respect. I will never disobey my mother. Never, never, never. We meet at another time. I'm Oluwafolakemi Busari. See you next time. Thank you, Idris. Thank you. Share, subscribe to the channel. Please share it. Let it have a wider audience. The targeted audience, please help share and subscribe.